and stuff. I did see that come up. Just whenever there's like, what do you call it? The cinematic scenes, cutscenes and stuff, I won't try to talk through those. Also, these doors are epic when they just like slide down. Like, making a door that just drops down out of fucking existence, that's great. But here's the real question. How the fuck does it close back up? What the fuck have they got in place to get that door that's clearly like a giant stone slab back up? Seriously, I want to know. Yeah, I see you exploding, bastard. I could do that too. Nope.
I need time.
Oh! What am I stuck on? Hi, mate. Little shamans. I didn't realize you were these guys. I'm pretty sure one ran further away, but that's fine. We'll find him. Oh, man. Alright. Well, boop. There's another glowing thing. What does this one say? Let's get my healing on. Lilith saw a way to escape the eternal conflict. She tells me she started it with the seduction of the angel Cenarius. All this time, she was just a fable. She was just as fallible as any man. I had to fucking figure out what that word was for a hot second there. I'm like, it's either feeble, fable, or like fallible. I'm like, it's probably fallible. It's like, it's supposed to be like, I think, was it without fault or some shit like that for anyone that doesn't know. I know it's one of those ones that non-English speakers are going to have a problem with, because even English speakers have got fucking problems with it.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, no. Oh, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt so bad. Yeah, knockback. Knockback's a little bit of a bitch, yeah? Fucking hell. That was one of those ones where I was stuck between... When they apparently get right next to you, you can't fucking move. And I didn't know that, so I got stuck there and I saw like a couple of them blowing up. The only thing you can do when they're starting to blow up is throw down a fucking potion as they're about to blow up. And the way that it will help is that any of the health that it knocks down in the first explosion should hopefully be buffed back up by the potion and hopefully have enough life to take the next explosion. It's the really only way you can kind of fucking get past that. Lilith is a sanctuary's mother. Somehow I felt the truth of it the moment she said it with those nights. Now I know she's used Cenarius to craft the world and refuge from the eternal conflict. Alright. Sorry, I got a call, had to step away, I'm back. No worries about this. All good. I always say, you know, life first. Let's see. Plus, I don't think you really miss anything. I was just, like, jammering on. This is kind of the way to go out of here. But it looks like it can also go that way. And I bet there's one more of these stony things over here to read. I noticed you chose some fire spells. Tell me, why did you make that decision? So, every first character I have in Diablo is always fire. So my rogue, that's my offline or off-stream character, is also using fire attacks. My first sorcerer is always fire attacks. I do have a preference for them. I do prefer like fire attacks. I can't go that way. Typically speaking, my second one's not that abilities. So I usually go, if we start up all the way up the top, up at the tippy top. So in most Diablo, you kind of have your fire, your ice, electricity, and then it's usually these three plus like something else, like a passive skill, right? This time they've got Arctic Lash, right? But I normally go fire, then ice, and then electric, typically in that order through my characters. So I'll normally have up to, like, I'll either have 3 archer characters and I'll go through each one, or with the sorceress, I'll usually only have fire. So I'll normally take the time with an archer to go through the other elements. But with the sorceress, I'll usually only have the singular element, because the sorceress is usually the secondary character, whereas an archer, I normally have, like, I don't know, sometimes I respect them. Like, I've redone that a couple of times with the really old games, back when you used to be able to dump out all your skills. Like, I think you can actually do that at the moment. I don't know how to get to my abilities quickly. I think it's A. So I think at the moment, if I wanted to, I could refund all my points, right, and start again at a high level, and I could play through with max level ice and fire and or electricity and stuff like that, which I think is what I've done in the past from memory. I might maybe do that to my main character, my rogue. But I would have to take a screenshot to make sure I know what her skill like pathway is and stuff, because I'd want her to be exactly the same at the start and finish. Alternatively, I can just make a second character and just play through. I think Diablo has the ability to have, I don't know how many characters it is. I don't know about season. I don't know where it would be actually. Profile maybe? Hold on, where's profile? Yeah, that profile. I don't think it tells me how many people I can have from here. I would have to have a look at it on the main screen. But as far as I can tell, like, I think Nick's got like 3 or 4 characters already. So, and I'm pretty sure, like with WoW, I'm pretty sure you can buy more slots, more character slots if you desire it. I've never really had more than, well, Diablo 2, I had 6 characters. Diablo 3, I had 4. Diablo 1, I had probably 2. I would have had maybe 3 actually, depending on what was available in Diablo 1. I know I tried Monk later when they like had more stuff with it. See, all my life I sought the origins of humankind. It was always her. From the union of angels, demons came the first generation of humanity. There were powerful moves of mountain shakers, seas. Alright. Fire bastard guys in here.
Out of mana.
Come back here, you cunt. I saw you walk off. Diablo 4 is pretty good so far. I do like, I've said this before, I like the fact that a lot of like the stuff, like I just got Firewall. I haven't used it, I don't think. Let's try it. Like, come on. That's so reminiscent of the early ones. I could stand between here and then cast like the Hydra and then fire thing. Yeah. Now, I love a lot of like the really old style stuff, you know. The nostalgia. Nostalgia hits strong. Actually, I don't want to go down just yet. Take me back up. She can follow me. Like, I do appreciate that it's all a very new story. Like, they haven't just like tried to rebrand something that exists already. They haven't tried to I don't know how to say this. They haven't tried to like take something that already exists and is great and like remaster it or anything, right? They've literally just gone, okay, we know roughly what the wider community of Diablo seems to like or has liked over the years based on like their chief complaints versus like their like pros and cons in games. And then they've made a new story in the world that is perfectly fitted for it, singular to it completely. It could exist anywhere in the timeline of Diablo, and it feels correct and comfortable. And it has a lot of the features of the older game, which makes it really enjoyable. So I think they've done very well with it. And she was so proud telling of this part. Lilith and Anarius bore a son together, Ranman, who was wise beyond his years, of us to untangle the power of necromancy. She says his lair lies deeper in. Oh, great. I'm dealing with a fucking summoning necromancer. Just fucking brilliant. Gonna be a hard battle. What did I collect there? Okay. I also like these old style ruins where like I think it was like the arcane area, you know, where you had like all the ladders and the doors and portals and shit. Like the really, really old stuff, not like the new ones where they have like a branch thing here. You used to have a little portal at the top of like a staircase or something like that, and you had to like figure out the maze and stuff like that. This is what this area reminds me of. And even like the thing with Diablo is look in the background over here. Like, look at that. Does that not just look fucking epic? Like, whoever fucking stylized this game, and all the, like, gold, the black. I'm not really a fan of, like, gold and black, but, like, fucking hell, it looks nice in this. There's shiny crystals. I was joking earlier, these got to be, like, fucking radioactive or something. But yeah, let's have a look at this one.
So curious. You are eager to know why you were spared.
Yes.
Do you have faith in me?
I want to.
Good. For now, all you need know is that we are going to meet my son.
Rathma, the first necromancer.
He is that, and more. He is the key to my plans.
It sounds like they're searching for Lilith's son, Rathma. Together. Mother, what are you thinking?
It does make sense that she keeps getting referred to as mother and stuff of sanctuary or whatever, but she is actually also mother. It's a little bit more appropriate. A little less kinky, you know? Is it? Yeah, Diablo 4 is closer in theme and feel to Diablo 1 than Diablo 3, I think. I think that's a big improvement. I feel the same. I know that myself and whoa, shit! What are you? Brashets. They look like little scorpions. I know myself and many Diablo fans had the same beef with Diablo 3 just kind of being, like, awful. Like, we all enjoyed Diablo 2, and then Diablo 3 came out, and everybody was just like, this is just sad. Why? Why would you do this to such an amazing thing? And then I think the fear was just there in everybody that Diablo 4 was just going to be another Diablo 3. And even I just had no interest in getting the game for ages because I'm like, like, from what I had heard, it's either going to be like WoW, and I'm like, I don't want to play a subscription-based Diablo, which was my main concern, which is why it took so long to get it. And then there was also, like, I don't know, with I look like I'm coming into a big battle room here. There's also, like, the other concern that it was just going to be, like, crappy as well. So, I don't know. I'm glad that it's not. I'm glad that it's really great. I didn't know you feel that way. I think I didn't like Diablo 3. Yeah, no, I love Diablo 2. I liked Diablo 1. Diablo 3, I hated. I hated a lot about Diablo 3. So there's a great many things. So you know how when something dies, it drops like a little potion and you don't get a choice of like that whole like section where you used to be able to choose, say, you know, your different varieties of health potions. I liked the monotony of the realistic stuff. Like I was talking about this earlier. I liked having to refill my quiver of arrows. I liked having to buy my potions and waste money on that. The more you died, the less money you had for like resurrection and healing your shit. I liked a lot of those little things. Just the little effort you kind of had. Where's the map up here? That kind of keeps going. All right, I'll wrap around. I'll discover it all anyway. They were all things I really enjoyed. You know, the picking up your own fucking gold, like, you know, a fucking peasant scrub. Like I want to have to like do that shit. That's why I was going to play Diablo 2 originally. Mate, could you just die? It's definitely so. I like the gold auto pickups. Yeah, see, the thing is, a lot of people do enjoy, like, the auto pickups. That's why, like, a lot of people also get the little, like, helper creatures that kind of run around and, like, go and collect it extra. And I got no issues with that. But, like, well, I have issues with the little helper creatures. I don't really like them. But, like, from my perspective, like, the auto pickup of globes and stuff like that and gold and stuff, I don't mind it now that I'm used to it, but I sure as fuck did not like it at the beginning. I'm like, this is terrible. I used to like the, you know, go and pick up the gold. You'd hear it drop and you'd go find it, you know. I can kind of semi-simulate that a little bit if I really want to. Like, there's gold right there, right? And I can click on it, and I can have that momentarily fake out that I picked it up myself. But yeah, I don't know. There's a whole heap of stuff. Like, I'm a really big fan of Diablo 2. This is why I said, like, I was going to originally play Diablo 2 in this time slot, but I got gifted fucking Diablo 4, and I'm like, there's no way I'm not fucking gonna play Diablo 4. Like, I'm just glad that it's nice. I'm glad that it's... Not enough matter. I'm just glad that it's genuinely a good game. I'm going to circle back to up near the front, because I think that's a dead end up there. Mate. Like, the other thing, too, is I've said before, there's a couple of aspects that are like, wow, like up in the greater world and stuff, not in here, but when I'm up in the top area and stuff, like there's sections of the map that's kind of hidden, but you can kind of see the progression and stuff like that. That's more like, wow, I can kind of like also separate Diablo 4 as its own unique game, as opposed to like being a lot like Diablo 2, or how it's different from Diablo 3 and stuff like that. Like, I see the features that they've got on this, and I can see where they've kind of come from. Jesus, that hit me. But I don't know, it doesn't... Shit. Jesus, that was a bit hard hitting, group. But yeah, I don't know. I can kind of appreciate what they've done with this game as a unique addition to the franchise itself, instead of just being like another remake or, you know, a step up or step down kind of thing. The only thing I do wish that they had for all characters is I know you can collect them. I don't think I've got any on me. What is this? Keepsake. The hell does that do? Anyway, one thing I do miss is the charms. I miss being able to have all the fucking half an inventory of charms that used to boost your fucking character. You know, where you had to like balance out like how much good was this actual charm going to do to me versus the inventory space that it took up and stuff, you know? Like, I do miss that. I wish that that had been in here, because it was a complex little like thing that allowed you to be a completely unique character compared to other players, even if your stats were individual and stuff. All that, please. The other thing I do miss too from all the versions of Diablo is, where is it? This, when you level up, your character automatically puts points into strength, intelligence, and so on and so forth. And I miss being able to fuck with my character, like the way I used to play. I used to put 1 point in each, and you get 5 every time, right? So I'd put 1 point in each, and then 1 extra on top of whichever the top was. And we go 4 again, and then 1 into next one, then 4 again, then 1 into next one, and stuff, until like they're all basically as even as possible. Which obviously would not have helped my character, but it fucking made her like custom unique to me and my fucking OCD with that shit. So I do miss that. I kind of wish I could still like fuck with her that way. Like, I imagine it would make battles very fucking difficult based on like the character stats at the moment. It says that I've got like a fuck ton in intelligence and fuck bugger all in dexterity, as opposed to like my archer, who has kind of like, I think the reverse of that kind of thing. But it does also kind of problem solve a lot of people that don't know what may or may not benefit their type of character. So it does kind of like, it holds your hand a little bit. It's not a bad thing. I don't know. It could be... It left for, like, more uniqueness. There's a lot of features in Diablo where it allows your character to be unique in a lot of, like, Diablo 2 and stuff. And that's something I do miss. Dude, if I can just... There we go. I thought there was a totem or something there, and I'm like, if I can just put a walling thing on that... Whoa, mate, you big. Big fucking sod. Don't get past my wall. Come this way. Look, I've got 2 walls over here. Definitely gonna want to walk through them.
I need time to prepare.
Yeah, I do. Oh, that was actually a good shot. only just fucking barely missing him. Oh, shit. What'd you drop? You dropped a lot of shinies. Slightly better. I know some of my stuff is really great. The only nice thing is, I've said this before, the only good thing I've got going at the moment is I kind of like, oh, what do you call it? I don't care as much about the sorceress. Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay. So I don't care about changing over what she's got on. I don't care about changing her weapon out constantly. Like, I literally just don't give a fuck about that. As long as the armor and stuff is better, and maybe it's got like a slightly better perk or something like that, it does help. Like, I changed this from one that was going to benefit my fire to one that does frozen, and I don't do frozen. So this is not really going to benefit her, but the armor was greater at the time, which will at least let me cast my shit anyway. So I'm not too worried about that. My rogue, though, I'm ultra pedantic with, and we would just sit here for an hour while I read out the pros and cons between, like, what is it, this ability versus that ability, stats and fucking micro shit. And I don't think anybody's got fucking patience for that shit beyond me. So I keep that crap offline. Maybe I'll play a rogue in the future after I've like fiddled through like getting one good one that I like. And then I could be like, I don't give a fuck about this one and do a different one in the future. Lilith opened my eyes to crimes of Inarius, betrayed her, banished her. He sapped the power of her children. It's the reason we're weak, the reason we die. He ruined us because he feared us. We'll show him he was right to be afraid.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that kind of turned around. That rock completely 180'd on the whole thing that's been going on. So how do you build your rogue? I'll get to that in a sec. Let me get some water. Hold on. My water's like disgustingly room temperature right now because this room's really hot. Is it Diablo IV story seems, was it so different? I'm lost. Be willing to tell me a story so far? A little bit. Yeah, so basically Diablo IV is following the story of Lilith. She's kind of like this big like bat demoness type thing. Anyway, she's supposed to be the mother of Sanctuary. Sanctuary was from Diablo, as far as I could tell. Sanctuary was like the good like heaven place kind of thing, kind of where like that's as far as I fucking remember, right? And so it's really weird that she would be the mother of Sanctuary since she's a demon and that she seems to be evil, but she seems to be converting everybody with like, instead of going against whatever your sin is, embrace it and just absolutely commit to it kind of thing. So like if your sin is like envy or something like that, just fucking own it kind of thing. Oh, that's awesome. And a lot of people are like getting on board and following her and stuff. And part of it is that the people that kind of follow her and worship her and stuff like that, it's all about like a blood offering type thing. You kind of eat these rose petals that are made with her blood, and now you become one of her devoted followers. You're supposed to get sacrificed to her when you eat that. My person fought it and survived, and as a result, we now see visions of Lilith as she like progresses through her story and stuff. And that's how we kind of like are coming to learn about the story. She's kind of like corrupting as she's moving through and stuff like that, and we are following her and stuff. But yeah, it's interesting because it's not like, you know, like with the World Stone, and it's not like with the Primevals or anything like that. None of that exists here, as far as I can tell, which is kind of nice. It's its own thing. That Lilith's mother of Sanctuary World, and she has arrived to bring us back to our original sinful state or something. Yeah, that's basically it. As for my rogue build and stuff like that, my rogue build is very tedious. So I'm killing these guys without killing you. Hold on. There we go, that's a bit better. So my rogue build, like, it's not going to be the exact same shit, right? But I would sit here and go, okay, where's the top one? Like, Firebolt would be kind of roughly the same thing with the Archer, right? So I would be like, okay, well, I want this, and then I go down whichever one's practical with that. enhance it, whatever. Consider like the damage over time, the amount of mana versus the amount of damage. A lot of that stuff matters. I'm trying to keep this simple so we don't spend an hour talking about it. But basically, I also care a lot about every little thing that my rogue has on her and how it buffs her. I also refuse to use a crossbow. Absolutely fucking refuse. Absolutely no way am I putting a crossbow on my main person. That shit can just fucking die on fire. I will always have a bow with her. And that's one thing that's so great. The last time, so when I was playing Diablo 3 on stream, I absolutely had somebody just could not deal with the fact that I refused to pick up a bow and use it, even though it was clearly more powerful than, what do you call it, a crossbow thing. It was going to be clearly more powerful than what I was using with a bow, and I absolutely refused, and they just lost it. And because of like little things like that I'm not like willing to compromise at all on. Stuff like that can be difficult to watch. I'm gonna go back to town, sell some shit. As they seem very interesting, really new to take in direction from the last 3 games. So, it doesn't really take anything from Diablo 3. It seems it takes extremely little from Diablo 3. It takes a fair bit from Diablo 2. This is also not the town that I want to be at, but you know what? Whatever. This guy has keys. This chick, whatever. You have keys in here that allows me to open shit, but I've got to sell stuff first. You don't buy stuff. I gotta find somebody else to buy stuff. I think it's over here. It doesn't hurt that I've got a town portal in this town. It's just not quite where I want it to go. If I could just... Where was this? On the road. This guy. This guy lets me sell everything.
I cannot salvage that.
Can I go all items then? Nice. There we go. That's a nice feature, by the way. The sell all, essentially. Have I got anything that needs repair? Not yet. Somehow I don't need repairs. But I'm going to get those whispering keys before I fuck off, because I don't know if they take up inventory space or what, but they allow me to open up big extra chests. And they use these murmuring orbs. I don't know what else they use. I think I can get like extra stuff with them, which you used to kind of be able to do. You used to be able to use like special points that you kind of get like picking up stuff. The other thing that they do differently that I don't mind is stats and materials. So they have, like, yeah, you've got your stats and shit, but then you've got all your materials in here. The only thing I wish that they hadn't done, which I'm still a bit of a stickler about, is the gems. I wish that they still went into my inventory, because I used to like hoarding my stash full of gems and skulls and shit. I wish that that was still something I could pick up and like deal with. I don't know. I like having to like deal with the puzzle of over encumbered. It sounds really weird, and I'm sure there's a great many people out there that absolutely hate having that. Oh yeah, you. Last time I came here, I couldn't do this. Not that. I think this one. Can I take this? Oh, he's already gone up. I was going to say... I could say hello to them and stuff, but I wanted to help. Yeah, put that there. Put that. Mate, if I come back to you, stop, like, begging at my feet for a second there. Let's see.
I could use some assistance.
That's not the one. It must have been, like, hello or something, because when they beg, you can do stuff to, like, help them. I say with the dogs, so the fun thing I learnt last time, you can... Where is it? I think it's this one. Pretty sure you could do this. Come back, you dog. Hi.
Hello.
It's not the one. What did I do? It's not hello. It's sniffing me now. Not follow. I had one that I was able to pat it. How can I pat you? I thought I could say hello to the dogs. And I just... What did I do for that? There's help. I don't know. Last week I managed to pat one of the dogs. The only problem was it followed me everywhere. And that included outside to the demons. But I figured that wouldn't be a problem here because I was going through a portal. But yeah, unfortunately, in the last town I was in, I kind of befriended a couple of dogs and I went outside and the dogs wouldn't come back inside. And then I was really stressed about it because I didn't want them stuck out there with the demons. So now, like, I tried everything and I eventually got, like, them to come back inside. But man, it took a bit of fucking effort.
Blocked again. Does Lilith know we're coming?
She probably does. Yeah, so these things keep showing me, like, visions of Lilith. Oh, hello. Who are you? Roshka, gift of the mother. Well, she's given us gifts now. That should hurt. What is this? Oh, it's a hellbinder. That's one of those things that lock you in place. It's fine. Yeah, so this thing, a little blood petals. Every time we see this, it's a ritual that only my person can see because she's ingested the blood petals. So anytime you see, like, you see all these little petals that are floating around on screen, right? That's my person kind of going into, like, a kind of illusionary sort of state, and seeing a vision that other people cannot see, like this. This will show you Lilith, by the way.
You've mastered your fear.
It's Lilith.
But I still sense your pain. You miss your daughter.
My magpie. She's scared right now. She must be.
Go. Or stay. It is time to choose.
I trained her well. She's a good kid. Strong. She'll be all right.
You've chosen well, my child. To reach Rathma,